Well, good day and welcome to Word for the Day. I just want to say a happy birthday to my sister Valerie before I begin, and I'm just so sad I can't be with her today. Time is a concept I'm fascinated with, and I know I've mentioned this before. And I was thinking recently just about where we've began, really, almost with, the little aircraft that people were flying now to the spaceships that we're that's going much further into space. And any craft which defies time is a fascination for me. And I'm a Star Trek fan. And right from the very beginning, I've been following Star Trek in all its shapes and forms. And anything to do with the stars, you can see I've got my telescope behind me. I love sort of exploring and watching. And recently, I've been watching some of the old Star Trek Voyager series with the Catherine Janeway as captain. I don't know whether you remember that. She was the first woman captain. And you know the story, they're in a world that they're not familiar with. They've been transported across the universe into the Delta Quadrant, where they've no idea how life works and are trying to get back home. And they encounter things that they've never seen before. Things like the Kazon and other life forms. And they need to learn, well, they've learnt really that they've got to travel millions of light years to get back home. So they're looking for a way to speed up the process, to get back to those old familiar ways of life on Earth. And most of the time, they have to work things out as they're going along. Does it ring any bells? And I was thinking, life is very much like that now, isn't it? We've been catapulted into a world which is unrecognisable. We're learning as we go along. Our government making decisions, sometimes at short notice, to try and stop the spread of the virus. And there isn't consistency. The only consistency we've got really is that we're staying at home and we're familiar in our own surroundings. But we have been thrown into what is, I think, a chaotic world. It isn't how it used to be, how we used to live. And we are creatures of habit, and we do crave, don't we, for those things that we used to. But watching the starship Voyager, I was thinking, in a way, we're a bit like that. We are in this new world. We don't know how things are going to turn out. All things are new, and there are many new things at the moment. It is a new year, but also Brexit is a new beginning. We've got a change in the president in the United States and all those things that are happening on Capitol Hill. And that's shaken in some ways the core to our democracy, those things that we're familiar with. We haven't got any pubs open, shops open, we can't take holidays. And maybe the work that you were planning for your life or what you wanted to do wherever you are in your life has now stopped. And you need to think about what you can do next. You could probably, if I asked you what things have drastically changed in your life, and you'll probably give me a list. And if it hasn't really affected you, then I think in some ways you're really fortunate and blessed. But thinking about the crew of Voyager, what did they do in those circumstances? Well, they embraced their new world and they tried to learn all the different situations and the best moves that they could make. And I think we need to embrace this new world that we're living in. Firstly, the new ways in which we're working on Zoom, maybe more on email. It is a COVID world and we are learning, just like Voyager. And we have to adjust to the things we can do, and we have to put aside those things that we crave for that we can't do. What I'm saying today is with God's help, we will succeed. And God is in the business of making us new. There's a couple of verses I just want to read to you today. 2 Corinthians 5 verse 17. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come. The old has gone and the new is here. And in Isaiah 43 verses 18 to 19. Forget the former things. Do not dwell in the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. We have a new identity because we're out of the EU, and we are looking at the paths that we're going to make. So let us first of all focus our thoughts and prayers on God, and He will make straight our paths. Well, thank you for joining me for Word for the Day, and I'm going to continue with the space theme in the next couple of days. So I hope you have a good day today. Goodbye.